Would you believe me if I told you I've never lit a real candle before?
No. Anyone here a Scentsy consultant with these bars? Looking to purchase one? 100-acre wood Scentsy bar for $9.
Wander through a friendly forest swirling with cotton blossoms, wild jasmine, and sweet cozy vanilla. I don't have any in my stock, but I can order for you. Smile.
How much would it be?
It would be $9 plus tax and shipping, which comes to $25.
I'll pass for now. That's a bit too much for one bar, but thank you. Scentsy, the multi-level marketing scheme that sells food paraffin wax and warmers, cleaning and bath products, along with other household items. And the multi-level marketing scheme that I was personally affected by has made quite the announcement. Let's get into it.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
You see, Scentsy was also the MLM that claimed that they were safe because their products didn't contain wicks. They were what they referred to as wickless candles, and that meant they had no soot or toxins to breathe in. It was a major selling point of theirs, and consultants all over the world assured people they should use Scentsy wax and warmers instead of those evil candles. Candles were dangerous, but they had a solution. That was their whole thing. However, on Tuesday, July 29th, 2025, all of that changed when Scentsy made an announcement that changed everything for Scentsy consultants and consumers. It read, "For more than 2 decades, Scentsy has filled lives with fragrance. Starting with our flagship warmers and Scentsy bars, we have spent the past 21 years creating innovative, beautiful, and personal fragrance options, including oil and fan diffusers, Scentsy pods, fragrance flowers, and so much more. Always with an eye to the future and making space for what Scentsy would become. And now, once again, we're creating something new, something we haven't considered before, something that allows us to truly achieve our mission, to be an industry-leading international fragrance company and live up to our promise to fill lives with fragrance. We're thrilled to announce Scentsy candles will be available in the US and Canada in September. Yes, candles. What the fuck? Why candles? Let's start with a simple truth. The candle industry is experiencing a resurgence and is growing at a rate nearly double its historical average. This has been partly fueled by the global pandemic, but also by younger consumers who love fragrance and are passionate about candles. Most fragrance lovers enjoy candles too. They aren't choosing between fragrant wax melts and candles. They want both. And now they don't have to look elsewhere to find them. But what's your selling point going to be now? We've crafted Scentsy candles to be a premium product you'd expect from us. I never expected any candles. What the hell? Created with a high-quality soy blend wax designed for a clean, even burn, and long-lasting fragrance in scents your customers already know and love. In fact, by the end of the year, we plan to launch candles in several of your favorite fragrances, chosen specifically for their performance in candle form. Over time, we plan to offer a variety of candle sizes, each crafted for the very best fragrance experience. Keep in mind, due to the nature of the candle experience, the fragrance will be more subtle and ambient compared to the same fragrance offered in a Scentsy bar or Scentsy pods. We've even built the production capability in-house in Meriden, Idaho, to ensure we deliver the quality and consistency that sets us apart. Initial availability will be in the US and Canada, while we prepare to support international offerings. We're not turning away from our wax and warmer roots. You kind of are, though, just by doing candles. Like, that does it. We're building on them because our mission isn't just to lead in wickless fragrance. It's to be the world's leading fragrance company. Period. They want to take over the world. The addition of Scentsy candles is a moment we grow together with confidence, intention, and excitement. What a bunch of bullshit, right?
Would you believe me if I told you I've never lit a real candle before?
No, come on.
Some of you know my mom invented Scentsy, and
Okay, maybe that makes sense.
that is why she invented it, to have a product that didn't have like an active flame around kids and dogs. So growing up, we never used a real candle because we always had Scentsy.
Yeah, and that's why it's really weird that now you're selling candles. It's like the consultants didn't get the memo that this is bizarre. It is a cult, though.
But now, Scentsy just came out with their own candle.
And what's really weird is nobody's explaining how these ones are safe if before this candles were allegedly dangerous.
I'm so excited.
Congratulations! You lit your very first candle and then you burnt Scentsy to the ground. So let's connect the dots. Scentsy's big selling point for over a decade was that they were the flameless, safer alternative to candles. Consultants leaned hard on that message. Some even dismissed candles outright to convince people to switch. Now with Scentsy rolling out their own candle line, that entire pitch gets flipped on its head. For consultants, it's a credibility problem. If you've spent years telling your customers candles are unsafe, this move forces you into an awkward pivot that risks trust and repeat sales. For consumers, it muddies the water. If Scentsy now says candles are fine, how true was that original messaging? And why should people pay Scentsy's premium pricing, especially with higher shipping costs here in Canada? Have you seen how I got here? And as for the company itself, this sudden step into a crowded candle market could be read as a sign they're looking for new revenue because their core warmer and wax model isn't performing like it used to. When a brand starts selling the very product they once positioned themselves against, it's more than just a product launch. It's a possible indicator of shifting priorities, brand dilution, and maybe even trouble behind the scenes. Whatever the reason, one thing's certain. The Scentsy story just got a whole lot messier, and the ripple effects are going to be felt by consultants and customers alike. If Scentsy's willing to burn their own story to sell a candle, maybe the real warning label should be on the company, not the wick. Please let me know all your thoughts about this down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I love all your faces, bye!
Would you believe me if I told you I've never lit a real candle before?
No.
Anyone here a Scentsy consultant with these bars? Looking to purchase one? $25? I'll pass for now. That's a bit too much for one bar.
Queen of Karma.